Have you ever noticed how noise fills our lives today? Not just the sounds outside, but the constant noise inside our own heads. Our minds never seem to stop talking, thinking, worrying, and comparing. But here's a simple truth. An overthinking mind is like muddy water. It can't reflect anything clearly. Only when the water becomes still can it show the truth. Today's story is about a man who discovered the incredible power of a calm mind, and how that one discovery changed everything in his life. Once upon a time, in a quiet little town nestled near the hills, lived a man named Daniel Reed. Daniel was known for one thing: he worked harder than anyone else. He owned a small furniture shop, and every single day he opened it before the sun rose and closed it long after the sun had set. But while he worked tirelessly, his mind was a storm of constant worry. He worried about bills, worried about his competition, he worried about what customers thought of him, even worried about things that never even happened. At night, when the rest of the world slept peacefully, Daniel lay wide awake. He replayed every mistake, every conversation, every fear in a torturous loop. He often whispered into the darkness, "If only I could stop my thoughts for just one moment." One afternoon, after a particularly stressful week, Daniel lost his biggest client. It was the final straw. His hands started to tremble. His chest felt tight, like a band was squeezing it. He walked to the back of his shop, sank onto a stool, and whispered to the empty room, "Why does my life feel like it's spinning completely out of control?" Just then, the shop door creaked open. It was Elder Rowan, a kind old man who often visited Daniel for a cup of tea. Seeing Daniel's pale and distraught face, he asked softly, "What troubles you, my friend?" Daniel sighed, the weight of his thoughts pouring out. "My mind never stops, sir. It just goes on, and the more I think, the worse I feel." Elder Rowan smiled gently, a warm and understanding look in his eyes. "Come with me tomorrow morning," he said. "I want to show you something." The next morning, Daniel, feeling a mix of curiosity and desperation, followed Elder Rowan up a winding path on a hill behind the town. They arrived at a small, perfectly peaceful pond, surrounded by tall, silent trees. The water was so calm, so still, that it was like a perfect mirror reflecting the clear blue sky. Elder Rowan picked up a long stick and gently stirred the water. Immediately, the reflection shattered. Ripples spread across the surface, and mud from the bottom clouded the water. He turned to Daniel and said, "This pond is your mind. When it is calm, it reflects life with perfect clarity. But when it is disturbed by endless thoughts, you see nothing but confusion." They stood there quietly, watching as the ripples slowly faded away. The mud began to settle, and the water became still once more, its mirror-like surface returning.
Oh.
In that profound silence, watching the pond regain its peace, something shifted deep inside Daniel. It was a moment of pure understanding. From that day forward, Daniel made a new habit. He visited the pond every single morning. He would sit by the water, breathe slowly and deeply, and simply watch the surface. At first, it felt almost impossible. His mind kept racing thoughts about money, work, failures, the future. But he remembered what Elder Rowan had told him. Do not fight your thoughts. Just let them pass. Like clouds drifting across the sky, day by day something inside Daniel began to change. His mornings grew more peaceful. His words became gentler. He started to smile more, a genuine smile that reached his eyes. Even when problems came up at the shop, he didn't panic anymore. He faced them with a newfound steadiness. Months later, a real tragedy struck. One night, Daniel's beloved furniture shop caught fire. The flames lit up the night sky. People from the town rushed to help, expecting to find him broken, hopeless, and destroyed. But what they found was Daniel, sitting calmly on a bench across the street, simply watching the flames. A friend ran up to him, yelling over the crackling fire, "Daniel, how can you be so calm? You've lost everything." Daniel looked at the burning shop, his face illuminated by the fire, and said quietly, "I lost wood and tools, not my peace. I can rebuild the shop, but I cannot rebuild a destroyed mind." That night, the entire town witnessed a different kind of strength, not the strength of a busybody, but the profound strength of a calm mind. In the months that followed, Daniel did exactly what he said he would. He rebuilt his shop stronger, cleaner, and better than before. He worked with a quiet patience. He treated everyone with an unwavering kindness. And soon he became known not just for his beautiful furniture, but for his incredible sense of peace. People would often ask him, "Daniel, how did you stay so calm through everything? How did you not fall apart?" He would smile, and sometimes he would take them to that very same pond up on the hill. He'd let them watch the still water and say, "When your mind is calm, you can see solutions, even in the middle of chaos." So, my friend, remember this story. Your thoughts are like waves, and life will keep throwing stones into your pond. That's unavoidable. But if you learn to stay calm, to let the ripples settle, your reflection, your truth will always return. A calm mind doesn't mean a life without problems. It means having a mind strong enough not to drown in them. If this story touched your heart, remember that peace is already inside you. It's just waiting for a little silence to set it free. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because one calm story can truly change a noisy life.